Al Mclean, you out of pocket, bro. You deserve everything that's happening to you behind those walls. You deserve a lot more. That little boy was 11 years old, Dakota Collins. Rest in peace to him, y'all. Give him a moment of silence. Rest in peace to Dakota Collins, his father, Al Mclean, and his girlfriend and his girlfriend's sister. Those three adults are out of pocket, bro. Justice for Dakota is an 11-year-old boy who just went through the most. I'm going to let y'all see what's going on with that.
Which is why he is currently in protective custody. Other prisoners will try to kill him, which is why he is currently in protective custody. Many prisoners attempted to enter protective custody in order to secure justice for Dakota Collins. Regretfully, the correctional officers are shielding Mclean against possible danger or injury. Regardless of their criminal history, the prison is supposed to keep all inmates safe while they are confined. There could be a lawsuit if something were to happen to an inmate. We also learned from insiders that he is aware of the videos that have been posted online regarding him. I was informed that he is not pleased with that. Mclean asserts that the videos are fraudulent and that he loves his son regardless of what others may think of him. Additionally, I was told that Mclean is now supported by a small number of true crime viewers. He's receiving money from them for his phone minutes, clothing, and commissary. I was appalled when I learned the news. I have never understood, and never will, why someone would stand by someone who killed his child. Unfortunately, there are a lot of individuals across the world who would like to help killers in the hopes of either becoming friends with them or even forming a romantic relationship with them. One subscriber told me she was in communication with Mclean while I was covering the Dakota Collins case. I was informed that she communicates with him frequently and sends him money and photos of herself. When I asked her why she would speak with someone like him, she explained that she was looking for information about what he had done to Dakota Collins. To be really honest, I don't trust her, and I'll tell you why. I received an email from the same subscriber informing me that she had important information about Mclean. "Oh, that's awesome. Can you email me the information you've obtained?" was my reply. "Yes," she replied, "but I need money for my time and effort before I send the information." For the information she said she got from Mclean, I was not going to give her any money. She was really upset with me, so I decided to block her. The last I heard of Mclean, he had the opportunity to watch his son Khalil McLean's interview with Crime Champs. Everything was a lie, he said. I was also informed that he wants to sue Crime Champs for disclosing details about his case. I suppose I should be ready for a lawsuit in October 2070. As of 2024, he is still afraid for his life, hates showering, and still smells like dog poop. As of right now, Al Mutahan Mclean is now known as Al Mutahan McDirty. For a pack of ramen noodles,
You were there. Right. You were there. We weren't.
Right. So
This is once we go through your rights, this is your opportunity to kind of tell us what happened today and how he died, how he became unresponsive because we weren't there.
Right.
Okay, so let her get through this portion of it with you real quick.
Okay, Mr. McLean, I'm going to have you read number 1 out loud for me.
I had the right to remain silent. Do not have to make any statements or answer any questions, anything I can't say.
No, just this one. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. You do not have to make any statements or answer any questions. You understand?
Yes, I waive my rights.
Okay.
The irony is that these defendants, especially Mclean, will receive better treatment incarcerated in the penal system in Ohio than these 3 defendants gave and treated to Dakota Collins. And that's a damn shame.
That's Montgomery County Prosecutor Matt Heck after learning the sentences for the 3 people who pleaded guilty in the Dakota Collins case. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Megan O'Rourke. Adam has the night off. We have team coverage tonight. We start with Dayton 24/7 Now's Chelsea Sick, who was in court today. She breaks down the judge's reaction to this case during sentencing this morning. Chelsea.
The judge was very upfront with all 3 defendants inside the Montgomery County Court building earlier today. He says their actions led to the death of Dakota Collins. Now Mclean will have to register as a Tier 3 sex offender, a violent offender, and could spend his life behind bars.
This is the most horrific case of abuse and torture that this court has ever seen.
Judge Dennis Adkins expressing his disgust before sentencing Al Mutahan Mclean to 51 years to life in prison. According to prosecutors, Mclean abused, tortured, and used a foreign object to rape his own son, Dakota Collins. Earlier this month, Mclean pleaded guilty to murder, rape, kidnapping, and child endangering.
Although you admit what you did, I do not believe you fully understand the depravity of your actions in torturing this innocent child.
Mclean's attorney, Michael Boer, arguing his client isn't a monster. After sentencing, he told reporters, quote, "This was a very difficult case," but wouldn't speak further. Mclean's girlfriend, Amanda Hines, pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter and child endangering. Hines lived with Mclean, and prosecutors say she witnessed Dakota's abuse and torture, but never reported it.
I apologize, and if I could trade my life for his right now, I would.
The judge didn't buy it and said as someone who claimed to have been a mother figure to Dakota, he didn't believe she was truly remorseful.
Instead of acting like a mother and protecting Dakota, as a mother should, you either participated and you further facilitated the isolation, torture, and the resulting death.
I talked one-on-one with Hines' attorney shortly after she was sentenced to 22 to 27 and a half years behind bars. He says she shows remorse and knows she could have saved Dakota's life.
And that weighs heavily on her. She will live.
All right, so that's the situation that happened to Dakota. We're going to see what Al Mclean's fate was, as well as his girlfriend and his girlfriend's sister. His girlfriend got 22 years. The girlfriend's sister got 8 years. They could have stopped that. They're the ones that should have gotten more than all of them should have got life. But Al, he ended up getting 51 years. That is a life sentence. He's going to be spending his remaining years sitting in these fucking, it doesn't even make sense, bruh. You out of pocket, Al. The women, y'all out of pocket. Y'all could have stopped that, though. I'm glad that judge seen straight through those tears, bruh, because as a mother figure, if you're a mother and whether it's your child or not, if you're a woman and you're with a man, that you allow that man to beat on his child, whether that child came from you or not, and you sit there and allow that, I don't trust you around kids. I don't trust you around kids. Y'all want to sit up all day, smoke marijuana, drink alcohol, have sex. You having sex with if y'all look at that man's story, he was having sex with both of those women. So it's like you got these two big white women in your house doing everything under the sun to you. And here you go, think you're just some god. Oh, Mr. Mclean, Mr. McDirty. You out of pocket, bro. And you deserve everything that's happening to you plus more. This is my video, bruh. If y'all watched it to this mark right here, please do me the big 3. Like, share, and subscribe.
Enrage, or otherwise provoke the viewer. Our videos were produced exclusively to increase public awareness of events relating to true crime.
911, what's your emergency?
In case you haven't heard, the chilling story of Al Mclean has gripped Montgomery County. In a dramatic turn of events, Mclean pleaded guilty to a series of horrific charges, including murder, kidnapping, rape, and child endangerment, all linked to the tragic death of Dakota Collins in December 2019. Just moments before the trial was set to unfold, Mclean's pleas echoed through the courtroom, leading to a harrowing sentence of 51 years to life in prison. Mclean's fiancée, Amanda Hines, received a staggering minimum sentence of 22 years behind bars, while her sister, Jennifer Ebert, faced a lesser but still crushing 8-year term. Both women, who had shared a home with Mclean, stood before the court, their guilty pleas echoing with the weight of involuntary manslaughter and child endangerment, sealing their fates in a heartbreaking turn of events. Dakota Collins' life came to a tragic end in December 2019 after being rushed to Dayton Children's Hospital, where doctors found him unresponsive. The county coroner's office revealed a harrowing truth. His death was caused by a devastating mix of blunt force trauma, compressive asphyxia, and drowning in a bathtub, leaving a community shattered and searching for answers. Prosecutors revealed a chilling account of the boy's last months, alleging that from 2015 until his tragic death, he endured a harrowing array of abuses that morphed into unspeakable torture. In the dark hours leading up to his demise, Dakota was brutally punched, elbowed, and even stood upon, a heart-wrenching testament to the cruelty he faced. A few days ago, I received a chilling email about Al Mclean, revealing that he had allegedly been assaulted and stabbed while behind bars. The message detailed a brutal attack, 3 stabs, one piercing his right shoulder, another piercing into his stomach, and the last digging into his hip. The violence of his situation sent a shiver down my spine, igniting a surge of questions about what truly happened in that prison cell. On Wednesday, March 26th, 2025, I learned that Al Mclean had plunged into the murky waters of prison politics, diving headfirst into the world of gambling for commissary. He wagered everything, from soups and candy bars to potato chips, risking his meager stash for a chance at something more. In this bleak landscape, prisoners gamble for various reasons: to pass the time, to inject a thrill into their mundane lives, to forge connections, and to acquire those coveted items that hold power behind bars. Al Mclean took a daring risk, wagering some of his commissary in a high-stakes gamble, all in the hopes of doubling his profits and changing his fate. On the eve of the fateful assault and stabbing that would unfold on Tuesday, March 25th, 2025, Al Mclean made a risky gamble. He wagered his 4 precious soups and the lunch provided by the jail, driven by the tantalizing hope of doubling his commissary, an additional 4 soups and another lunch tray. Unfortunately, he lost a bet in the spades game and found himself facing a hard decision. With his last morsel of food dwindling away, he turned to his opponent and asked, "Can I pay you with 2 soups tomorrow?" The inmate raised an eyebrow but nodded, saying, "Just make sure you have my 2 soups." Al Mclean agreed, a flicker of relief crossing his face as they went their separate ways, the promise of tomorrow's meal hanging heavy in the air. The next day, the inmate approached Al Mclean and inquired about the 2 soups he owed him. Al Mclean replied, "I haven't received them yet, but I'll do my best to get them for you in a few hours." As the hours passed, however, Al Mclean still had not secured the 2 soups for the inmate. I was warned that failing to pay your debt in prison could have catastrophic consequences for your life. A debt behind bars isn't like any debt on the outside. It transforms into something far more sinister. Imagine this: if you borrow a mere nickel, just 5 cents, from me, it doesn't stay that way for long. It compounds daily at an astonishing 100% interest. That means if you take that nickel today, tomorrow you owe me 10 cents. Miss a payment on the second day, and suddenly your debt balloons to 20 cents.